Well, hello, my beautiful balancing Libras. I see you're making some progress. You have a wonderful month coming through. So, welcome, all of you new ones and all you OGs. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am the modern day spiritual advisor. I use multiple modalities, including astrology, tarot, mediumship, all kinds of stuff to help you on your path. So, my gorgeous ones, look at you making some progress, getting those decisions made. So, what I've decided to do, because I'm incorporating the tarot and the astrology reading together, this can take a long time. It can be a longer video. So, I'm just going to give you the highlights. And if you want more detail about the houses and the aspects and what's really going on, if you want more detailed stuff, I'm going to do the more detailed stuff on my website at yourindigopath2.com. It'll be for download. I'm going to be working on those this week, but it'll give you a more in-depth. It's not like I'm not going to give you any answers here. It's just if you want a more in-depth, it'll be for purchase. I don't know what it is yet. It's either $4.99, $5.99, or $3.99. I'm really not sure. So I have to go look at the price point. So, my gorgeous ones, let's talk about you and what's going on. I'm going to give you the highlights. We have Uranus moving into Taurus. We have a new moon in Taurus. We have a full moon in Sagittarius. We have 3 grand trines. Are you kidding me? 3 grand trines. For those of you that don't know what grand trines are divided guide or yeah, divinely guided gifts. You didn't have to put energy into it. You probably didn't even know it was coming. You didn't have to put any work for it. You don't have to make an action for it. This is just something that's supposed to be on your path. It's a gift for you to lead you to where you're wanting to go. So these are divinely guided gifts from your higher selves, from source, oneness, from spirit, from your guides, from your angels, whoever you resonate with, whatever you call them. So we have 3 of those. We have an earth grand trine, we have a fire grand trine, and we have a water grand trine. So they're going to come in very differently for each of you, or for all of us actually, because they're grand trines. So that's the difference between a trine. A trine is sort of an opportunity that comes in, and you have to take an action, make a decision to be able to accept and allow that opportunity, right? Sextile, for those of you that know me and have seen me, I like sextiles more because with a sextile, it's more of an opportunity. It's less lethargic. You make the action. You kind of, for some people, need to work for it. It's not that hard to work for it, but it's like as soon as you put some energy into it, it opens up for you, right? So that's the difference between a sextile and a trine, and then a grand trine. So we have 3 of them in 1 month, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. So for you guys, I can tell you, you guys, today, if you look, well, before I say that, so you guys have, this is you, Libra, you have your 2nd house activated, you have your 4th house activated, you have your 6th house activated, you have your 7th house activated. It's going to be moving into your 8th house, which is activated today, your 9th house, and your 11th house. So you've got some things going on in a lot of different places. You're really trying to figure out, especially this 11th house. For you guys, it has to do with relationships of all kinds. I'm seeing business relationships, relationship with yourself, and relationship with a love partner and family and friends, right? So this is what's really activated for you right now. It's like you're needing to finish up some of these relationships to let go, get through, so that you can move forward to where you're trying to get to, right? This is what this North Node has been having you do in this 11th house. So the 11th house is the house of gains. I don't want to get too deep into that, but it's the house of gains. It's the house of networking, your social status, all of that. It supports your 10th house. So with the North Node there and it retrograding, you're having to amend, reorganize, adjust, complete things, right? So that's what's going on in here. But in the end, you're going to gain because this is the house of gains, okay? So, sorry, excuse me. So we have Uranus entering Taurus. It's going to enter Taurus until 2026. It is going to retrograde into Aries from November 26th of 2018 till March 26th of 2019, right? So it'll be back in Aries at that point. Whenever anything retrogrades, it's about reorganizing, amending, editing, completions. That's what retrogrades are about. So when Uranus, it's in Taurus, I mean, it's in Aries right now. Uranus in Aries is going to behave very differently when it goes into Taurus. Whatever house a planet, star, comet, anything goes into, it has to play by the house's rules, right? So it is going to express itself in a very Taurian way, as opposed to expressing itself in an Aries way. So right now we're in the shadow of Mars. Mars is going to go retrograde at the end of June. So pay attention to what's going on right now, because whatever's going on right now is going to be really focused on at the end of June till the end of August. You'll be amending, readjusting, reorganizing. Mars is that planet of ambition and drive and energy and force. And it likes to do things first and then think about it later, right? And so whatever's going on right now that's got you kind of on edge, or things that are you're finding like maybe you're perturbed about it. That's funny, I'm hearing that word, perturbed. You're perturbed about it. That could be causing you, for a reason, to look in that direction, because that's going to be really focused on at the end of June. Okay, so that's what's going on with Mars. Then we have the first grand trine, which is an Earth grand trine, and that would be the new moon in Taurus, Mars and Pluto in Capricorn. So that's a gift coming to you, and depending on your phase, like depends on what phase you're at, this gift that comes to you, it's expressing itself in a very physical way. Okay, so because earth signs want to be stable, they want to be comfortable, they like opulence, they love physical things around them, they love sensuality. So whatever this gift is coming in this way. Then we have that second grand trine, which is your water grand trine, and it's the day that Venus moves into Cancer. That's your second grand trine. So your first grand trine, the Earth grand trine, is gonna be something that physically fulfills you, right? So a gift that's gonna get you to where you want to go, or where you've said you want to go, in a physical way. Where the water grand trine is a gift that's going to fulfill you emotionally, okay? Bring you joy, bring you happiness, bring you fulfillment in some way, okay? Then we have the third grand trine, which is the fire grand trine. And the fire grand trine is going to behave very differently. It's about your passion. So it's a gift that brings you passion. It's a gift that brings you excitement. It's a gift that brings you drive, right? So let's talk about the days very quickly. We know, excuse me just a second, I have to change this. On the 13th, which is coming up, let's look at that. So on the 13th, actually, let me back up. I'm so sorry. Okay, so today what I saw was, let me show you what I saw. When I'm looking at your chart, this chart today, I'm seeing two trines here. So I'm seeing your second house and I'm seeing your sixth house, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So there is something financial, because this is your financial house. This is your house of that supports your identity, right? So there's something financially being grown through this sixth house that's trying to come in your everyday life, okay? Because it has the moon and Jupiter. Jupiter is the guru, Jupiter is the teacher. So there's an opportunity coming to you today that has to do with bringing some financial stability, bringing some financial reward, bringing something. It's an opportunity. It's not the gift, because it's just a trine, but it's an opportunity to make that come to your everyday life. So if you've been working on your finances, if you've been working on buying a house, if you've been working on buying something, if you've been working on something that has to do with your self-worth, right? There's an opportunity with that moon. So that moon is emotions, right? Your emotional fulfillment. So it may be, because it's coming into your everyday life, it may come in and you may feel like, oh my God, that's too much hard work or whatever, but it's an opportunity to get you where you want to go. That's what I'm seeing today for you guys. So let me look at the 13th. The 13th is where we have our Mercury is entering Taurus on the 13th. So if you look, here's Mercury. It's going to be entering Taurus. It is conjunct Uranus. Uranus is that planet of shock and awe. It's that Uranus wants to change, okay? And so with the Mercury coming in and being right on top of Uranus, what it wants to do is it wants to change you to liberate you. So Mercury is the processor. Mercury brings messages. Mercury brings understanding, right? And so there's going to be something that's going to be changing. And this is in your 7th house. So has to do with relationships. But this could be a relationship with money, relationship with family, relationship with friends, relationships of any kind, whatever you've been working on or know that needs to be done. You could be talking about marriages. You could be talking about divorces. It kind of depends on your path and where you are. So when Mercury enters Taurus, Mercury is going to behave very differently than it was with Aries, right? So in Taurus, it wants comfort, it wants stability. So when Mercury comes into Taurus, into your 8th house, this is other people's money. This is taking your power back. This is transformation. So Mercury is helping you process this, and you have the sun here. So something's going to get very clear. If you're trying to get a loan, if you're trying to get a grant to go back to school, if you've been in the court system about something is going to get clear here for you. Okay, so that's on the 13th. On the 16th, give me just a second. I have to like switch screens. So on the 16th, we have Mars squaring Uranus. Okay, so that's a hard aspect. Mars is that planet of war. It wants ambition. It likes to do things first and think about it later. It wants to go, 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 go. It gives you force. Uranus is the planet of change, revolution, likes to shake you up, shock and awe, to liberate you. So they're both trying to get you to the same place, but with the hard square, they both want to lead. Okay? So there's something about your 7th house and your 4th house. So your 7th house is your relationships, boundaries. Your 4th house has to do with your identity, your DNA, where you came from, your siblings, that kind of thing. So there's something in both of those houses that's being activated where you're going to have to make a decision. Again, we could be talking about marriages. We could be talking about divorce. We could be talking about family members and changing things. But whatever this is, it's a hard aspect because Mars wants to lead and Uranus wants to lead. They both want to get you to the same place, but depending on which house you're going to go by, it's a decision. And I'm seeing all kinds of scenarios, so I can't pin it down for you because there's so many people. But I can just tell you that they're hard aspects. They're squaring. They're trying to get you to the same position or the same place. They're just not working together. They're trying to be, each of them are trying to be the leader. So you can have some things changing in here. Then we go to, the 15th. I skipped the 15th, but the 15th is when we have the new moon in Taurus. So on the 15th, we have this beautiful new moon in Taurus. New moons are about new beginnings. New moons are about fate and destiny. New moons, and on that day, we also have that grand trine. So something is coming that's going to fulfill you, a gift that's going to fulfill you physically. The physical tactile thing. These are new beginnings because we have the new moon in Taurus. Taurus wants luxury, Taurus wants safety, Taurus wants security. So whatever this beautiful gift is, even if it doesn't look like it, because it depends on your path, it depends on the phase of life that you're in, it's still a gift that's going to get you to that security, to that stability, to that financial security, to that emotional security, to that physical security. That's what it's trying to do. Okay. Now for others of you, it may come in like a gift of money or a gift of a person or a gift of something. It's physical, whatever this is. But on the new moon, it's about looking ahead. What am I going to be doing in the next 30 days? What do I want to do in the next 30 days? What do I want to accomplish? Where do I see myself in the next 30 days? That's what these new moons are about. So with it being in Taurus, it becomes very physical for you. Okay. I have 2 videos, one about full moon and how to work in that energy, and one about the new moon and how to work in that energy. I'll leave it either in the description box below as a link or at the end of this video. So on the 20th, the sun enters Gemini. Let's go to the 20th. So the sun enters Gemini. That my darlings, is in your 12th, 11th, 10th, ninth house. This is your ninth house of belief system. So when the sun enters Gemini, there's going to be some clarity going on about your belief and understanding about the world around you, about the people around you, about relationships that you have or the ones that you let go of. There's going to be some sort of light coming into this to change and help you understand your belief system, to help expand, give you some clarity. Okay? So that's a beautiful aspect for you. Things may not have been clear for you. A lot of you, they have been clear for you. You haven't had that 12th house sort of things hiding in there. These have been very clear for you. You just hadn't decided to make the decision about them. You were weighing your options. You're trying to figure out which one's better. Is it going to be balanced? You know, that's what you do. You're balancing Libra. So on this day, I feel like there's clarity so that you can make that choice. I'll say you kind of already made your choice, but so that you can make that action to bring that forth or to go forward in that. Okay. So on the 25th, Jupiter is trining Neptune again. Jupiter's been trining Neptune a lot. So on the 25th, when Jupiter trines Neptune, this has to do with your second house of finances. And again, your sixth house of bringing it to your daily life. So you're going to have a lot of opportunity. There's going to be things coming your way. But if you don't make a decision and you don't take an action, then it can't come in. That's what a trine is. Okay. So the universe has heard you. God's heard you. Your angels have heard you. Spirits heard you. They've all heard you. And they're trying to get you to where you want to be. But you have to take the action and let them know this is what you want. Remember, you have Saturn here too. So Saturn wants you to work. This is in your fourth house of who I am, what I came here to do, where I came from. Why is it the way that I act the way that I act? Why is it that I do the things that I do? Understanding that, you know what, it doesn't matter where I am. Home is where my heart is. I have to be content within me to be able to create the world that I want. Abundance is within me. It starts here. Happiness is within me. It starts here. And you guys have been doing the work for that. So you have this trine going on. Now, on the 29th, on the 29th is that full moon. Let me change this. Sorry about that. So on the 29th, that's when we're going to have the full moon in Sag. Full moon in Sagittarius, that has to do with your third house of communication, of process, of media, of whether you blog or writing or anything like that. You could get inspiration. Sagittarius likes to make the unknown known, so you could do some processing here where something finally clicks and you're getting it right and you get inspired and you bring it forth in writing, or you bring it forth in the way that you're going to communicate it to the world or to someone or to a situation. So that happens on the full moon. The full moon is about letting go. The full moon is about releasing what no longer serves you. And maybe you get some inspiration, and maybe you're able to say that, have that discussion with that person to finalize things with them, right? The full moon is also about things coming in. When you release energy, you have more room in your energetic field to have things come through. Okay, so that house is being lit up on the 29th, but then secondly, we have that third grand trine. That's something that's very passionate as a gift that comes to you. Okay, so that's going to be working for you, and it kind of depends on your phase, but whatever this is, there's a gift coming in. 3 grand trines in a month, 3 gifts. This is really putting you on your path. And this is stuff you don't have to decide to do. This is stuff you don't have to take the option of. This is just a gift to get you. It was supposed to be on your path. You made that decision way before you came here. It's supposed to be on your path. So it's a gift coming to you. So my gorgeous ones, let's talk about this. And you have a good spread. You're in a good place right now. So I like what I'm seeing. So let's do this 4-card spread. Again, I'm going to have the details. Oops, sorry about that. I hit the wrong one. about that. I messed this up because I'm trying to do too many things at once. That's the Gemini in me. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to do this spread, and if you want more detail, there's going to be a download again for purchase on my website at yourindigopath2.com. And you might want to go over there and look at the apparel, the Zodiac apparel, and the Lovey Gear. We've been working hard on those for about 2 years. We finally got them to come through. So go check out my website. All right, so in your first position, this is you. I'm going to try to put that where you can see it. So this is your position now. I'm seeing this several different ways. So what I'm seeing is, for some of you, you're in that state of creating, of being inspired, of actually going forth, of getting things clear. Like, people don't understand, you have to be very clear and balanced before you take an action, right? And so I see that it's getting balanced for you so that you can take an action. But more so, I'm feeling that you're in a good space. Even though things haven't come in, and even though you know you should be doing something about these relationships, you're still in a good space where you're turning your direction into, I want to create this, I know I have to do this, and I know I have to end this, or I know I have to make a new beginning with this person. Whatever this is, I'm seeing inspiration. I'm seeing you trying to come together with another. And to me, another isn't just a person. It could be a situation. It could be your life. It could be your dreams, right? So secondly, what I'm seeing is you have tried and tried and tried to make this relationship with this person work, and it just isn't. It just isn't. And you're coming to that conclusion. For some of you, that's not everybody. And so if you look, you see the two, to me, those are two individuals. You see how you are destined and looking for a way to go across to that person. And that person is up looking at the moon, sort of fantasizing and thinking about other things and not really putting in the work. But you're putting in all the hard work trying to figure out how to get to that person. And that person is like, oh, I want to get to you, but I'm looking over here and I'm doing this and I'm not really doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because it's just going to kind of work out. But you understand the reality of the situation. There's a crab in there. That crab can bite. There isn't a walkway across, right? And so that's what I'm seeing, is that you're coming to the reality of, you've tried all you can in this situation, and there's nothing more that you can do. And that's not for everybody. That's just what I'm seeing for some. Okay? If it's about a relationship, you've done all you can do. And if you see there just isn't a way across, maybe at some point, if the person would have looked down and both of you built something, then yeah, maybe you could have gotten on the same page. But I'm seeing that you're doing the work and they're not doing the work. So it's always a choice. It's kind of up to you. And that's kind of what you're doing right now. Understanding that, yes, this isn't going to work. Understanding that, yes, maybe I have to move on. I've done everything I can, but you'll get to that point when you're ready. Okay. So this is your challenge. So your challenge and Spirit's advice is the King of Coins. You are trying to get to a very stable place, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, right? This King of Coins is very comfortable. This King of Coins works hard, but they're very comfortable. Now, you as a Libra are not afraid of hard work. That is not anything you're afraid of. What you like to do is, pardon me, is you like to do it in partnership. You like somebody working with you. You like to be able to be the leader in a passive way, right? Bringing someone with you, bringing a situation with you, bringing people with you, right? And that's your challenge. Your challenge is to understand what we talked about in the 4th house, that peace and happiness and stability and comfort comes from within you first. And then you bring it to the world where you have somebody join you, right? But you have to do that on your own first. That's your challenge. Your challenge is getting to that space, because this king is not worried about other people. This king leads, and then if you follow, you follow. If you don't, you miss out. But this king leads. This king works hard. This king is directed. This king is focused. This king, he has his faults too. Sometimes he forgets that, oh, there are other people around, right? And so he can get really focused on something and then not look at other things and neglect other things. He has his faults too. But your challenge is to understand that it comes from within, to understand that that stability, that comfort, that thing, you can get yourself. You can do that on your own. When you do that on your own, somebody may come in either as a partner, either a romantic partner, a business partner, or family partner, or any kind of partner. But you have to be resonating at that space first. That makes sense? So the hard work is you doing it on your own first and then getting to that point. Now, this is your fated stuff. This is your destiny. You have the High Priestess. The High Priestess to me is someone who's very wise, who's extremely intelligent, but comes with gifts from the universe. Okay? So when I saw this card, I was like, they're not going to take that, Spirit. Like, they want to know what kind of gifts, what's on their path, what's the destiny. The destiny is your path. So I did say I would pull another card on some of these gifts. But understand, when they give me this card, they kind of snicker. I see them snickering because they got such beautiful gifts for you. They don't want to like spoil the surprise. But I am going to pull another card. There you go. 9 of Coins. The independence. This person is independent not because she's often depicted in the tarot as being single, but she's not single. She has someone because she wants them there. She's done everything on her own, or he's done everything on his own. They've acquired through their hard work, through their losses, through their mistakes, through their failures, through all of that. And they're at a place where they're independent and they're self-sufficient and they're doing things on their own. And when somebody comes in, it's such a precious gift to them, but they know that they can do it on their own. That other person just comes in to enjoy because they're also doing their thing on their own. That's where you're headed. That's one of the gifts to your stability, to your independence, to you not having to compromise so much that you lose yourself. That's where you're headed. So what's your outcome? Or that's one of your gifts. So what's your outcome? Your outcome is the 3 of Coins. So the 3 of Coins is about diligently working on a big project, but doing it at the micro level. Doing it, you see how he's intently working on the one thing, but he's trying to build all this stuff here. And he's being very meticulous in what he's doing. And what happens is, as you do that, and as you have your failures, and as you continue to focus, and as you continue to work on your life, and as you continue to do that, you become the master. This person doesn't realize he's becoming the master because he's so intently working on just the extreme details of the one thing. But what he doesn't realize is through all of that, he becomes the master in all of this. And that's where you're headed. All right, my gorgeous ones, I hope I helped you. Thank you again so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you see. I'm excited for your month. Don't forget about the video that I'm going to have for download on my yourindigopath2.com. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.